Hello, it's me. It's been a while since we've done a talk type of video, but looks like an old problem is popping up once again. We're not very surprised by who it is, but our old pal Tyler Wilson, who is a known troublemaker, so to speak, he's back at it, as many of us have already known for a while. He's changed his name many more times. He's currently going by this right here, Dear Al. And he's pretty much at his same old fucking tricks after these many months of keeping an eye on his ass. He's still stealing people's art. He's still messing with minors. He's impersonating people. He's been buying ripped avatars, which goes against the TOS of VRChat. And he just doesn't know when to fucking get out. And if VRChat ever sees this video, like, what are you guys doing? We got him banned once. Yes, we did get his account banned once. He's also had many of his other alt counts stolen and turned into bot counts back when the mods were a thing. EAC didn't exist, and many of the PC users had mods. But he's still here. We really need to get him off of this platform. VRChat, with people like him, it is not safe for the younger communities or age players. Like, we know that many of kids on this game are below the age requirement, which is 13. But we've already seen kids on here who'd be even way younger than that, who'd be on here and they'd be 8. But besides this, we managed to sneak an interview with someone known as Inverted Shadow, or the Inverted Shadow. And me and some friends managed to contact them and get an interview with them on all the allegations that Wilson did to them over many years ago. Don't know if he's still doing it now, but yeah. So within the description, I will leave any links to past and somewhat present of what Wilson is still doing. He, on his there's the idiot even posted on his own Twitter, 97_Alistair. Think he got his account suspended or banned due to his behavior. But on his Twitter, the idiot even posted talking to a ripper who ripped some people's avatars, and they're selling them, reselling people's avatars. And Wilson has bought them, and he had a conversation with a ripper named Cyrus. And he's not getting any better. He's not going to get any better. He says he's going to get better, but he's not. There's just too much proof right now on the shit he's done. But yeah, all the proof that we have so far, I will leave links down in the description, as well as the conversation of the Ripper and Wilson that he talked to on Discord. You can see that right here. Feel free to pause the video if you want to take a longer look at it. But yeah. Don't know why the fuck he's still here. But we will continue to keep an eye on him. Whether he likes it or not. There's eyes on him everywhere. Even where he thinks he's safe. With any possible friends that he has. There are eyes on him. There's spies everywhere. So Wilson, you better keep your ass fucking tight. You're not safe anywhere. So yeah, with that said, let's get right on into the interview with Inverted Shadow. And I will see you all in the next videos. Bye.
Discord.
Like I feel as if I should recognize you, and if you are someone I've encountered, I feel incredibly stupid for not really recognizing it.
Oh, that's okay. I was with someone else. He went by the name of Vercinity, I believe. Yeah. But I talked to Wilson. I messaged Wilson on Twitter a few days ago. Oh, he still has not responded to my last question.
Oh, gee, I wonder why he hasn't.
I don't know. Did Crage fill you in of what I said, or?
Let me see.
So
Actually,
long story short, he of course is saying his usual things. Tired of people saying crap to him, all kinds of lies and everything. I mean, the usual. And then he gives me a compliment on an avatar I'm making. So it's like, okay, which is it? You're telling me to leave you alone, or he's giving me a compliment? Yeah, it's stupid. So the last, then at that time he just like terminated the conversation, couldn't respond, and then literally an hour later, it's like, what do you want to talk about? So it's like, remember that conversation we had in your, remember that conversation we had last year, particularly in your Discord?
It has been a while since it's not fresh in my mind, I'm afraid.
I'm referencing to that amazing wall of text that came from his Discord last year. Yeah, so the context of that, at that time he created Wilson created his own Discord, so called the Wilson Mafia. I have no clue if it still exists now. But so long story short, friends sent me the invite, so simply I just joined in, because the weird thing about him at the time, out to him, I was the only person who could talk to him. Just I never swear, and somehow he thought that was some kind of trust thing. So I joined in. He wasn't in there, but two of his friends were, and I'm just kind of talking in this tone. And of course, his friends are protecting him, and he's saying, "No, you're lying. This is bullshit. You just leave." Then Wilson pops in. It's like Wiley, what are you doing here? It's like, well, I'm trying to tell your friends the stuff you've been telling me in private. It's like, tell them what you've been telling me. He posts that. And of course, that response is like, who are you? You've been lying to us the entire time. And it's like, this is what he's been doing while you're not on. This is what he does when your friend, when he's elsewhere. So he posts that. So on top of that, not only does he confirm the stuff that's been going on in VRChat, but he also confirms some of the information that you've collected on him that dates back like 10 years. He freaking confirms that, and uses my name, saying everything I'm saying is correct. It's like, so literally, this is exactly what I was hinting at in my last message to him. and he knows like I got him. If there was anything, if there was anything like a gotcha moment, it's that. And somehow last time he was in VRChat, he was in instance of my hotel. I just waved to him, and he leaves. Somehow, I guess he's afraid of me or something.
I can only
I don't
imagine.
know.
And also, along with
I'm not
that,
doing
though,
any of that stuff.
When that board first came up, Wilson did end up coming in here, seeing it, and just somehow taking a screenshot and just photoshopping everything out of there just to announce like a game night thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, obviously, because of this, I did want to do like for him. I wanted to do like a small interview. Obviously, why I feel like you'd be better at asking questions, knowing that you were the one in charge of the board.
Yeah,
So-
because the videos that are online that do not belong to Juden are two separate instances. One of them was I forgot. One of them was in a bar. I think it was Imp City. And then the other one was
no, it was
Devil's
yeah,
Flask.
It was currently- back then it was called the Devil's Flask, but now it's Imp City.
Devil's Flask. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was two videos, me literally asking him the same questions, and he confirms everything. Of course, Grace is here. I think Water was there. Lucky was there, and
I don't
Couple
think
months
I
was
wasn't. I
there for
wasn't.
that.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I wasn't.
I
Okay, you
was
weren't
there,
there.
however, for some of the interviews with victims.
yes.
Yeah. It was Wolf,
Um,
you, me, I think Lucky.
Yeah, so so I think the last video
Not
was
lucky,
New Year's of last year, so over a year ago. We were able to talk to him, and he literally confirms everything, even getting to like the details of what's going through his head when he's doing specific acts in VRChat. It's very
Yeah.
Didn't he
Yeah.
say that doing those sort of things made him feel
Better
powerful?
feel powerful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do
exactly
distinctly recall him saying that.
word
yeah.
for word.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And yeah, so long story short, he's been still doing kind of like the same stuff. But then there was this 4-month wonderful lull of not hearing a peep from him. This was from about August to now. Not August, it was from October to now. 4 months, heard nothing from him. It was freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I have no
Mhm.
clue what's been going on during that time, but yeah, so now he's back to his usual self posting crap on Twitter. Yet he does not have me blocked.
And also, like
Somehow he has a Twitter.
I think,
Mm-hmm.
and I think even for Wiley, because he has his Twitter, he's able to see what he has replied to, as well as
Yeah.
see everything. So which means, with all this shit, you would even seen him using racial slurs and shit like that. So it's like, bro.
Oh, yeah. So the stuff, so literally the stuff he's posting on Twitter is the same as that carbon copy stuff he's posting on Discords and whatever username and whatever
basically.
Mm-hmm.
and whatever username he's been doing. I don't know how up to date the information you collected on Wilson, but I mean, like all of us right here, we know pretty much like to the day of like what new account what's his current name.
Mm-hmm.
Can I add
And
something?
of course, that new account being
I forgot
Deer
to
Owl.
I forgot to add a little something that one of the times I encountered him that he did call me the N word with the hard R.
Oh.
And I got on
Yeah.
the one post I did on Twitter from Nox or Siphon. He commented on it, and even he said that he was called the hard R.
He was actually. So going on to
Like
his
when I
Twitter
was-
page, he has posted screenshots, and yeah, Wilson has straight up did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'll call
so,
him crap and called me that.
So I guess what we're going to be doing is, I guess to put some context to everything, is that you've, I guess, you can probably start the video unless you're already recording.
Yeah, I'm still going.
Okay. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a interview to bring context to Pierre Wilson is and how he's impacting VRChat. So, if you
All
like, introduce yourself and how'd you come to know Wilson?
So brief introduction, I guess. Uh, I go online as the Inverted Shadow. I do animations in Gary's Mod and Source Filmmaker, and I've been dealing with Tyler for. I mean, the image over there basically says I've been dealing with him for like a little over like 10 years at this point, and he's been stalking me. He's trying to take characters of mine and claim them as his own and con artists into drawing my characters in fetish shit, which is
Yeah.
Ugh.
yeah, it's really uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the gist of how I know him and how I've been dealing with him. So
I mean, I mean, what was kind of like your first, I mean, what was kind of the first thing you realized this person was going to be a problem? I mean, you're saying that he's stealing your work. If he's stealing your work, even impersonating you on sometimes,
mhm.
even creating alternate accounts on like say like Tumblr and DeviantArt, creating alternate accounts just so he can protect himself. When in reality, it's like all these accounts are him. But my question is like, is from like 2012? I mean, how far like do you know him? I mean, this goes from like different versions of like different types of social media, not just DeviantArt, but Tumblr, and I assume probably others. I'm trying to remember them.
Ah, it's been so long. I don't recall the exact first instance that I came across him. I do recall coming across like one of his older YouTube channels at some point. I think it was like reacting to random videos or whatever it was. I don't know if it was mine or if it was like anybody else's, but I know that he was on YouTube for a bit. I kind of just gave him the side eye. Like I didn't really pay him any mind, which I admit now is kind of a stupid. It was kind of stupid at my point because I didn't realize exactly how much of an issue he'd be. But it wasn't until like who the fuck was the guy who broke it? For no good reason. It wasn't until like he did that video basically where he and some of his other buddies outed Tyler as a predator that I finally caught on like, oh my god, this kid is fucking mental. And then it was like sometime after that, I want to say, is when I discovered the whole thing of, he's stealing my character Shadow Rush, my pony OC, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I discovered
Yeah.
he was taking that character of mine and basically going to other artists around the internet, most of like DeviantArt, Furry Affinity, on those kind of sites. And he was taking my character, going to artists, claiming that the character was his, and basically conning said artists into basically drawing my characters in fetish shit. I think like the most prominent I remember him doing is drawing Shadow Rush, his own character, and then the OC of another person who got roped into this. I think his name was Cora. I think it was. I don't remember at this point, but it was like he had artists draw Rush, Tyler's character, and as like sumos or whatever the fuck it is. And mind you, it's all in the Google Doc that I have. Like,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so
yeah, it gets. Yeah, the information you have about him, it's fairly detailed. Even just giving examples like your original work, and then like here's the stuff he just transformed, and it's like this is like
Mm-hmm.
he's stealing your work and using for his own personal needs.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which he has
And then-
done on this game too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
then that same thing where he would, I guess now, at least from this last 2 weeks, there's been screenshots of him purchasing ripped private avatars in VRChat and using them for whatever he wants them to do. Which is
Didn't
actually
always
a completely
surprise.
new, yeah, which is a completely
Mhm.
new thing. Which is a completely new thing compared to all the stuff that he done previously. But from our collection of what Wilson has done in the last few years, there was a specific specific Discord. I think it was like Archer's Discord. It's like a 40-minute long video of him where he's doing ERP role playing in adult forum underage people, and literally all the members and admins of the Discord are questioning him in a minute long video about it. He's like mumbling his words. He knows he's caught. He can't escape this. There's blatant evidence that fucked up, and so that's on YouTube. Then then he eventually gets onto VRChat, point where he literally has victims, where he and one other friend go into an instance with a person. Literally, it's digital rape, essentially. We know at least we know at least 4 people. There have been others, and we have actually interviewed victims. Like, this is what's going on. How do you approach you? What were mannerisms and so forth?
I think the recent one that we found out I think she was a 13-year-old.
Yeah, that's
stuff
the
to
that's the instance.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about when I first discovered that he was out as a predator. He was ERPing with like a.
This was kind of recent too on this game.
But yeah, what you're referring to, so that one, it was Archer's Discord, where literally the whole Discord was outing him. Like, you screwed up, we want you gone. But yeah, that he was doing like adult role playing with a blatant underage person.
Yeah, but she was 13 and he at the time was like 22. Which how the fuck old is he now?
I believe isn't he in his 30s? I mean, he keeps lying about his age all the time. Another thing. Hold on. The weirdest thing is that each time he lies about his age, he keeps getting older and older. He keeps saying he's 32. No, now he's 45. Oh shit, now he's 50.
Yeah, we have like.
Yeah, we believe that he is in his 20s. Yeah, we have at least from the interviews that we have conducted, heard from the victims that he has said that he is older than that. Don't know why someone would completely lie about their age, make them twice as old. Beyond me.
Yeah.
But yeah. But now he is out and about in VRChat, and there are a lot of people, a lot of players that are completely unaware of what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, that's just frightening, all things considered.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Actually, yes. What do you think VRChat should do to kind of police this type of behavior? Because we have noticed firsthand that Wilson has created multiple accounts, combat banning. I think maybe he's on his 10th account, 10th or 12th different account.
Oh dear God.
Lost track.
Yeah. Well, yeah. At least currently, this is as of this video. This is mid to late February 2023, and his current username is your owl. That could very much change. But the question is, what do you think that VRChat should do to combat this kind of behavior? Well, as far as we know, he just keep on creating accounts and it's ongoing. There's no way to literally remove a person from the platform.
Yeah.
I mean, if the devs could do anything, I guess if there was one thing they could at least, I don't know, attempt to do, I don't know, maybe put in a system where, like, if a user keeps making accounts with different emails from the same IP, though, like, they could just, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, just ban...
An IP
I know,
ban.
IP banning is like the most obvious thing.
IP ban.
You know. Yeah. That.
Even with that, there's things he can get like VPNs that could change his IP and might be able to create a whole new account, claim that he's somewhere else and just carry on with his behavior.
That depends on whether or not he has the money to really keep supporting that VPN.
True.
Well, it looks, at least from what he's doing recently by purchasing private avatars, at least he is receiving some form of money. So it's within his ability to do that.
Yeah, but here's the though. He probably doing it out of stupidity regardless, because this is Wilson we're talking about here, so it's a possibility that he's wasting his money regardless.
Yeah,
True. That's true.
We all know Tyler's a fucking idiot at this point, obviously.
Hey, going back to you said that he had a Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he currently has a Twitter.
97 underscore Alistair.
Hey, ask Juden if he has the same password on that account as he has on every other account.
Yeah, so that's one thing too. So a while back, our friend who really didn't like him, who crashed him anytime he saw him, just to torture the absolute hell out of Wilson, somehow got a hold of his account and basically jacked it from Wilson. From that point, he kept making more and more accounts. I think the last one was Chameleon. It was.
Possibly.
I thought it was Pumpkin Owl.
No. That was before this. That was before this one.
Devil Pumpkin. Yeah, that was way before all that. That was taken. Western Madam was taken. Chameleon was taken. Yeah, no, because the reason why they took those accounts, he used the same password and email for them.
Wow.
Yeah. So literally, it's almost like what he's doing right now. He's requesting people to put avatars onto his account, as what many people do, but and he's willingly giving away his username and password to have this person to upload an avatar on his account, when in reality he is allowing people his personal information. Because the reason why this is and that's why he's getting some of his accounts taken away from him. Is the reason why this is happening is because proven VRChat's not doing anything. VRChat's not doing anything. That's why people are people are deliberately trying to crash him. We're trying to wean him off the platform, but he keeps on coming back.
Yeah, it's like
a goddamn
I hate
a nuclear winter.
Unnecessary stubbornness.
Like I hate to say it. I really hate to say it, but as somebody again who has been dealing with his bullshit for over 10 years at this point, I've learned at this point Tyler just doesn't give a shit. Like you can literally you can shut his accounts down, you can dox him because I know his information's out there on the internet. You can even call the police on him, which is like you can even call the cops and authorities on him, like a friend of mine did.
We tried that.
Doesn't deter him. Like,
we tried that.
Yeah, he just. I'm just tired at this point. I'm tired of dealing with him. I'm tired of just seeing his name crop up anywhere I go, and just. At this point, I'm also just afraid that he might try and impersonate me again, and it's like I don't know if I'm gonna have to keep my eye open all the time and like just warn people of like who he is. I'm just afraid that he might get to the wrong person, and that it's gonna ruin me, for lack of a better term. And I'm actually kind of genuinely afraid of that happening, just because of this waste of oxygen.
Well, from what I've learned in the last year, once I figure out more information about him, I mean, crashing him, removing his accounts, all that stuff is not going to do anything from him. But the biggest impact I see of helping people to kind of police him being around is literally just spreading the word of this is his current account, this is his name in VRChat. And of course, if you find him, block him.
Yeah.
You can't see him, can't hurt you. And that's literally what we've been trying to tell everyone for like the last year and a half is if you ever see him, block him instantly.
And warn others.
Yeah.
Yes, and yeah. I mean, spread the word where he is, what his current username. Tell him what he has done, and simply block him. Remove him from your friends. If you find him that he's in,
don't believe him. There's right there.
And you can currently find his account in VRChat and find what groups he's in. If he's in your group, tell everyone in your group that he's there. Remove him from your group. Yeah. But yeah, I think
have an idea, but I don't think it could work. Maybe you could try and get a sort of hashtag trending on Twitter, like hashtag fuck Wilson with all of his details and everything. Seems to work for a lot of other people, innocent or not.
Yeah, I mean,
if that happened before, but
also along with
not
that,
really
like warning people, realize there might be some people on his side.
Oh yeah.
A while back,
that's
Lucky. Yeah, a while back, Lucky released a video. A while back, was it on him getting banned from the Revive?
Yeah.
And then there was a kid in the comments named Alistair Power, and I'm like, who the fuck is this kid? Sure enough, he appeared at one point, and he was trying to help him like get better, but that was not help. It did not work.
However, I think he approached me later about it. I actually met that person in VRChat, and no matter what I was saying, I was literally using this tone. No matter what I was saying, he was completely sided with Wilson. Everything he's saying is a lie. You're lying. This is completely false. You're spreading rumors. And there's no way I could convince him otherwise. And it's like, there's no way you can turn this around. There's no way you can help him. I mean, good luck, but this is a complete downhill battle. You're not going to win this.
It's pretty much what Craze and I were doing. We were using calm voices, talking to the kid calmly, pretty much explaining what you would have been explaining to Wilson. And we even asked the kid, she's like, okay, just so we know, how old are you? He didn't tell us exactly, but he made us do the math, and we figured out how old he was, which we're not saying right now.
Understandable.
And he was underage.
Very underage.
As if it wasn't obvious from his voice either.
Oh, yeah. And he kept saying that he was confused between Wilson. Sorry. He was being confused between what Wilson was telling him and what we were telling him of the truth. They're just like, oh, you guys are just messing with my brain. You're confusing me. We're just like, there's nothing to be confused about. This is what he's done, and we're trying to get you to get away from him.
That's the thing. Like, because he's going for younger audiences that they basically at the point of where they're going to be too stubborn to realize, despite there's evidence right in front of them, no matter what.
Yeah, I ended up. I did.
They get older, they're going to realize that mistake. Yeah. But by then, it's going to be too late. Where they're going to have a screwed over reputation.
I did end up calling the kid basically a puppet because at that point he actually was. Because if I remember correct, he came up to us saying, "Oh yeah, well Wilson said he was sorry." It's like I'd rather hear it from him, not from some kid.
Yeah.
But also, you never accept it.
I mean, it's even if he does confirm everything, which he has done many times already. Even there's a video with him literally talking to us, and he confirms everything that we've been saying. People try to share that video, and it's like, no, this is you. You confirmed all this. He will respond to him in all the worst ways possible. I mean, death, destruction, slurs, saying the worst possible things to him. He says that everywhere, Discord, Twitter, and it's like that's just only making it worse for yourself. That's why we're creating this video, because you're literally like at least from all this information about him, you're literally like the earliest person to know about him. And this is over a decade. This is from around 2012, possibly even before.
Yeah. But
the
thing. Sorry, I wanted to say also, the thing also is just, just besides being tired of seeing him crop up and just being afraid of him getting to the wrong person and believing and making them believe he's me, or whatever. It's like the other thing I'm afraid of is just the fact that there's people that actually believe what he's saying.
Yeah.
And it's like
That's scary.
Oh
yeah, it is. It's just I don't know how he's managed to convince him that he's this good person, but it's it's debilitating, I guess.
Oh
it's
yeah.
mind-boggling.
Probably the best guess I could probably make is that most of the people he's convincing are just guileless children who don't know no better and who will probably remain stubborn even when faced with the facts. I can't say for certain if he's convinced adults that he's telling the truth or he's saying something that's even a bit truthful, but that's probably my best guess.
Well, yeah, that's again the thing is that he's a fucking predator. Like he literally goes for children, and it's like even though I don't like kids myself, I would never wish harm upon them. And the fact he's doing this, it just it frightens me. It really does, and I hope at least one day that maybe he'll be brought to justice. But a guy can dream, I guess.
For sure.
Which brings up the ongoing question as more of these games and online platform arise, and these kids are being all this. It's going to be an ongoing unless kind of playing for company police this behavior, and there's it's very difficult to police behavior if by rumors, speculation, but I mean for us that literally have over 10 years, tons of examples, voice clips, videos, him doing literally all the stuff that we're saying, and we try to send this information, possibly do thing. There's no response, no way to behavior. They could very well believe that this whole thing could be a large elaborate hoax. Like for example, if you have like a YouTuber that has like a large fan base and they all decide to attack one person, it's like, is this whole thing a joke or is this a legit thing? Like, no, the problem with this is this has been going on for over 10 years on a variety of different platforms. It's still the same person, but there's a pattern of behavior.
Yeah.
But from what I was saying earlier, with all the stuff that we're doing isn't really working. But the only thing I have seen proven to work is literally spreading the word about him, warning people about him, finding what his current username is, blocking him, and so forth. As far as I know, that has been doing most work for kind of policing him, and also online as well.
Yeah.
But
like
beyond that, I can't think of any other ask you. It was good to actually meet here online.
Likewise, it's been very nice to have this moment with all of you, and I'm happy I could at least give a little bit of insight on your efforts and all that. I hope I at least helped a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we really just want to get him off this game like forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with experiencing something first person, hands,
and
full body
VRChat
tracking,
staff being lazy as hell.
Yeah. And there's literally no way of really policing behavior, much like the actions of a lot of children that we have met on a daily basis. As far as he's concerned, he can do whatever he wants. But yeah, he's just a pest. He's ongoing, and the best thing is just what I was saying before. You find a username, finding out his username, policing, finding out where he is, warning people of him, finding out what groups he's in, telling everyone, and so forth.
Absolutely.
And I think that might be good for a video.
Yeah. I think that's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Of course. Of course.
Yes.
And it was a pleasure meeting you for that. Like, even though it was under like weird circumstances, it is a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, I know. It's nice to meet all of you again. Again, I wish it had been under better circumstances, but I'm glad I was able to at least help you guys.